I'm so jacked for this right now.
Oh no!
Yes!
Oh,
I got your back.
I'm impressed. I'm eating still. I'm gonna eat some more.
Eat what?
Shareable Smarties. The lady at the gas station told me I had to share it. And I said, well, I could share it with myself on the drive home.
You're such a child.
Yeah, okay, well, we have work to do, so.
Yeah, well, what are we doing today, Cass?
Elka shocks! Boom, boom, boom!
So we already have that done on my bike.
Look at the bike. No one needs to see this. For real. No, business.
Yeah.
Speaking of shocks, right
Yeah.
here.
What about it? The stalker's gotta go.
Yeah, these all honkers.
So the biggest problem with this bike, okay, let's just pop a squat.
Flex.
The biggest well, hey Diesel.
Hi, you want to sit?
The biggest problem with this bike is we did all of these modifications. And with those modifications, the one thing that was apparently clear, abundantly clear, words, is that we did all this stuff and the one thing it was severely lacking was suspension. Especially with like a Kodiak where it's not like Can-Am or Polaris or some of these other brands that are really adopting huge suspension systems like Fox and, you know, like their Podium 3s like I used to have and all that stuff. Yamaha just had like generic, basic, semi-adjustable shocks. So what we did was we got used to Elkas.
No big deal.
No big deal.
Stage 3. That's a 3.
And you're like, oh, hey, stage 3s. Why stage 3s? Anything above stage 3 is for people who need to do constant tuning and adjustment. We wanted more of a one and done. So Elka took care of us. They gave us these shocks, one and done, made for our riding style, our bikes, the way everything works.
He gave them my weight.
So someone has to know. So they took a bunch of basic information from us and made shocks for us, one and done. And there's a few minor adjustments we can make. But when it comes to the stage 4s and 5s, which I never hear about 4s, but anyway, 5s, for example, that's for people like constantly on racetracks or someone who's really hardcore into tuning. We're just not those people. I'd like to say I'm a shock expert, but that's just not the case. So we got some stage 3s.
Shocking.
Wow. Every time. How do you do that?
I'm a natural.
Yeah. So anyway, we have stage 3s going on. Diesel. Oh my God, dude.
He's trying to put his butt.
Yes. So we have stage 3s going on this bike.
That's it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we're gonna get to that.
That's
It's my dad jokes.
Yeah, it was
What's
good.
my best dad joke, Cass? It's totally the graveyard one.
Okay, I was gonna say the chest hair one.
Oh, that one's funny too.
Okay.
While I'm doing this, tell them my golden dad jokes.
So we're laying in bed and I go to pull a chin hair off his chest and he's like, hey, leave that there. I'm planting seeds.
The graveyard one's so much better.
Okay, you tell that one.
So we're driving along and there's like house, graveyard, house. And you're like, oh, it must be really weird living next to a graveyard. I'm like, yeah, but the quietest neighbors ever.
Yeah, but I bet the neighbors are quiet. Oh.
Right? No?
Right?
I bet somebody's laughing. Guarantee it. And they're all dads.
Okay, guys, post your best dad jokes below.
Yeah, I want to hear your best dad jokes. By the way, we're zinging tires off. Suspension. Anyway, it's easy.
We'll skip this part.
This is so exciting. This is the peak of YouTube entertainment. This is it.
This is so bad.
I'm taking off the plastic guard here on the A-arm.
I just watched our subscribers drop to like 5 grand.
And we're gonna rip the shock out of here. Can you show them the shocks at least? They should probably see what
Oh, the new
the
ones.
Elkas look like. They're little baby shocks.
Oh my God, yes. Okay, let's do that.
I thought they were for my Outlander, and I was like, no, Elka definitely screwed this up, but I had the wrong box.
Okay, so I just want to show you guys his first.
Guys, you're growing grass.
What?
Check this out. Come here, come here. Screw the Elkas. Look at this.
Oh, no way. Move
Yeah.
your finger. That's so cool.
Yeah.
Hey, they're little
Cool.
babies.
Do we keep it?
Can we name it?
They're actually pretty strong little things.
Can I touch?
Who was it? I think it was Elemental ATV. She had a post where he was growing grass in his frame. That's funny.
Aw.
Look at that.
That's cute.
Anyway, show them the really expensive shocks.
Okay. Okay. So that's Kyle's. And then these are little babies. Isn't it cute? Like, these are actually a little bit of a struggle to lift. Also, I'm weak. But look at these.
Speaking of being weak, oh my god, dude.
I feel like we're all over the place on this one, babe.
Yeah, whatever.
But
If
they're
people
so
like
good.
us, they like us.
Are they gonna fit?
I always make it fit.
Oh my god. Okay, well, in other news,
You always make sexual jokes. Why can't I?
our viewers, babe, we have young viewers.
No, we don't.
Look, Mike's here. Say hi. You get him, Diesel. You get him. What's up? I hear we're putting a rope on. You, buddy. Synthetic or? Nice. Cool, cool, cool. So your rope got a little bit messed up. So we're gonna be replacing it. Oh, look. You even took out the old one. That'll save some time. We're just doing the shocks right now on my bike, so we're gonna swing back to that. So I just got back from greeting Mike and Marcus. Say hi, Marcus.
Hi.
Hi.
What's up, bro?
And Kyle's already done the first one.
Wow, my camera lady's really failing me here.
Well, yeah, especially because I'm just showing the back of your head right now.
Is it recording it now?
It is recording. And they're already in. Look at that. Kyle even got me some black coils. Oh, it looks good. Does it look good, Marcus?
Yeah.
Yeah? You excited?
I'm glad you think so.
That's good. Are you coming with us tomorrow?
Where?
To the Ride for Dad?
Yeah.
The
Well,
fundraiser?
Yeah. And having the sleepover by Auntie Amanda's.
Oh, that's so exciting.
How did you swing that one?
You just batted those eyelashes.
Oh, my knees. I'm getting old, man.
Yeah, hence
I really
the dad
am.
jokes.
I can't wrench as hard as I used to.
I
There's
can't
gonna be
wrench
like
hard,
a
period.
70-year-old mechanic in our comments like, screw you! And I'm gonna be like, yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm pretty sure
Too
all
tired.
tradespeople just feel old.
Look at you just sitting there.
I'm having a rough day, dude.
7 hours
Late
later. I'm looking for a front shock. Wow. There she is. Here, babe. I hopes. The man grunts.
I am stronger than the shock. Nothing but man.
I'm like struggling to hold the camera. Sorry, guys.
I gotta hire another camera lady.
You do.
Oh, you heard it here. I got a camera lady.
She has to be 60 plus years old and named Helga.
Really?
Yep.
It's a bit much. It's a lot of rules. I don't know where anything went while I was trying to be funny.
I know. Here's this.
Thanks.
Yay. And the washer is down there.
I do need one of those.
And I don't know where the nut went. Well, I know where there's a nut.
That nut. Get the job done. Why is my knee shaking? This is all a bit much.
It is.
Yeah.
Okay, bye. So here's our first bit of useful information in this video.
So I think when Elka is planning on doing shocks, they aren't planning, especially for a Kodiak, right? They aren't planning on a Kodiak having 30 by 10 tires. If we had the original 25-inch tires, this would be perfect, which is what they based it off of. I think I should have gave him a little more information because there's like not enough preload. So
There's Adam.
the 30s are definitely going to touch a whole lot of stuff they shouldn't be touching, which isn't great because we have a ride tomorrow. Yeah. So I may be doing preload tonight too. So Cass wanted me to explain why these shocks are basically better. So what's going on with the stock shocks that Yamaha have, they're just single rate spring. You can preload the spring a little bit and that's it. There's nothing left. Generic gas shock. This one has a dual rate spring setup. So just like the other shock, you can adjust your preload by moving this, but you have 2 springs at different rates. So this allows you to have a soft, comfortable ride. And if you're riding hard or jumping off a cliff or whatever, that's what this spring here is for. So this is a dual rate spring setup. So this one's stiff, this one's light. And then you have your gas adjustability and stuff like that. There's a whole lot more. I'm not a shock expert, but to explain this to my wife, she said, like, well, why don't we just do a video on it? So the stock Yamaha shock, right? So you do have an adjustment for a preload. It's not great. It's in stages. So the more you tighten this ring, it tightens this shock up. So preemptively, preload, right? So you're tightening the shock preemptively, giving you that clearance and stretch a little bit. But it's not great because there's no adjustability past that. So like you can adjust this to get more clearance, but then your ride's garbage. So for somebody who isn't on 30s, isn't doing something crazy, like these are perfectly fine. There's nothing wrong with these shocks. And you'll see these shocks all over the place, even in automotive and stuff like that. They're like coilovers in that world. But yeah, so that's essentially what's going on there and why basically the stage 3s are perfect. One and done, adjusted for us, dual rate springs, and the gas canister. So
Cool.
that's why we're switching to these. But our current problem is the adjustment. We need more preload because we have 30 inches. So we want to basically move this ring down and give ourselves more preload to give us a little bit more space for the 30s to ride in. And we had that with those because I just jacked them right up to the top. And these are made for normal people right out of the gate. And I didn't tell them that we were running 30s. I didn't tell them that stuff. So now I have to basically loosen this ring and really crank it down. I would say a good couple of inches, I would assume. And that would stiffen it up, give us more clearance for our tires and overall clearance and stuff like that. But it'll still be a soft ride because you have the 2-stage setup. So that's basically it.
Cool. So just to compare while we have it in, you're in my way. This compared to, you could even see the difference in the clearance already and the preload. So yeah.
Something's got to give there.
And you're the man for the
I
job.
hope so.
Cool.
They needed somebody else to hold the camera.
We didn't have enough hands.
Yes. Got it.
I was having a hard time. I'm just a natural.
Yeah, okay.
I took out the tire and I'm taking off.
There's
This
supposed to
thing?
be a bolt and nut on the other end of that ratchet.
I'm making
Just spinning a ratchet over there?
No, it's attached to something.
Yeah, okay.
So I messed up. I wasn't recording
You
the
suck.
whole last segment. So
Okay.
take two.
But yeah, at least I'll be a little better this time. So, Elka, adjusting preload, right? We have clearance issues right now, so we need more preload. So, on the Elkas, which is super awesome, instead of having like 2 lock rings and having to use crappy tools, like it's just a little Allen set screw. You back that off and you can literally spin this by hand. So they sent it at 1.5 inches from top to lock ring. And I'm going for 1 3/4 inches in the rear right now, and I'm going to try that. So once I get that, I'll lock it down, put the tires on, and then try it out. So we're just trying to get our clearance back, and we're still going to have dual rate springs and all the gas and all the fancy features. Like this is going to be super, super awesome for her bike. So yeah, we're just trial and error now and see how much preload we're going to need. And you know, if I figure this out and you're in a similar scenario with 30-inch tires on a Kodiak or a Grizzly, I'll share that number with you. just so you know right away what to do. So that's it. Okay, so there it is. I've got an 1 3/4 rear preload and an 1 1/4 front preload. It was very, very easy actually. I love Elka's design on the lock ring, but look at that. Dead level. Sick. I had to make a little adjustment to some plastics just because I actually had to do that anyway before the suspension, so it's not a big deal. But there it is, your Elka's Cass.
Yay!
I did a little test run, but we get to test it out tomorrow on a real ride, and it's plush. Like, it's comfy. You might have to relearn how to ride your bike because it's not.
I hate when that happens.
Yeah, because that is a drastic difference. Is exactly what I was looking for in it. So
that's okay. Tomorrow's a good ride to practice it. Ride for Dad, guys. Check your prostates out. It's a national level fundraiser. They know what it is.
yeah, well, in Canada it is.
Oh well, for the States, it's a fundraiser. They do ATV rides, motorcycle rides, watercraft rides, a couple times
And sled
a year.
rides.
Sled rides, yeah, you're right. So there's 4 different types of events held multiple times a year to raise awareness for prostate cancer. So check it out.
Yeah.
Check yourselves out.
Don't get prostate cancer.
Don't do that. because
That's sound advice from Mainville ATV.
terrible. Yeah.
Okay. So, I think we just need a thumbnail, I guess, and we'll wrap this up.
Cool.
It's been a long day.